All right, it is that time of the week again, and STS has given us a brand new stream to go over a lot more things. This week, they went over Road to the Show and the new Ballplayer mechanic. So, just like with the other videos that I've done on their streams, I'm going to be doing everything in the order that they came out in the stream itself. So, if you have any particular part that you're looking for, I'm going to have them all timestamped in the description, and it'll show on the screen itself when you go to the play bar. So you can just click on whatever part you're looking for. So let's start it off with the first big thing that they talked about, and that is going to be the Road to the Show new narrative. So in the past MLB games, whenever you would get to the big leagues, or whenever you would get to a new level, or if you had a big important at bat, they'd give you like little snippets just showing you like, wow, this is an important moment. Oh my God, you made it to the majors. You got your first hit. But this year they wanted to do a bigger thing than that. They're going to give you basically podcasts to watch or listen to depending on what generation of consoles you're on. That will bring in a bunch of different guests talking about you, your performance, what you can do to help yourself improve, and a bunch of different things. Now these podcasts will be video for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, whereas it'll be audio only for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So they've already announced people who are going to be doing the podcast, and you'll see analytic people like Robert Flores or Jim Callis, or you'll even see ex-major leaguers like Cliff Floyd and Sean Casey. But when you're in the minor leagues, you're going to be using Ben, which is one of the people who are working on this, just to kind of start it up and get you kind of used to it while you're kind of getting yourself from AA to AAA all the way up to the major leagues. And they've announced that they have a bunch more people that they're going to leave as surprises for us to see when we get to do it ourselves. So if I was on the new generation, I'd be extremely excited about this. I'm just not a big audio podcast guy. I'm more of a video podcast. But no matter what system you're on, it's a good thing to add. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about was the big thing that they were going to be doing to Road to the Show this year. And that is the fact that you can now play as a two-way player just like Ohtani. So, of course, a two-way player is somebody who can bat and pitch. And they said straight out of the gate that you don't need to worry if you don't want to be a two-way player, if you want to be just a batter, or if you want to be just a pitcher. Those options will be accessible. You can do either or you can decide to do a two-way player. Now, another thing that they said that is actually really nice is the fact that if you do decide to do a two-way player, you'll be able to decide how often you pitch and how often you hit. So say you wanted to be somebody like Shohei Ohtani, who pitches every 5 days and bats 2-3 days in between the pitching. You will have that option. It will allow you to do it. But if, say, you don't want to pitch as much, maybe you want it to be like a little bit of a reliever, or you maybe wanted to pitch once every few weeks, they will give you that option as well. And as the season goes along, if you decide, maybe I want to pitch a little more, or maybe I want to pitch a little less, they will give you chances as the year goes along to change that to best make you happy. Next, we're going to talk about the biggest thing between Road to the Show and Diamond Dynasty, and that is the introduction of the Ballplayer. The Ballplayer is whoever you create in Road to the Show will be brought over right to Diamond Dynasty. There is no more create a player in Diamond Dynasty, and Road to the Show's player are not separate anymore. They're both one and the same, and there are many ways of making them better. Now, the first thing that they talked about with the Ballplayer was the fact that you can make separate loadouts for your player. If you want your Ballplayer to be power driven, if you want your player to be fielding driven, if you want him to be pitching driven, whatever you want him to be, you will be able to make multiple loadouts with, I think they showed off 3 different perks. You have the main perk and then like 2 smaller perks that you can add along to it, to kind of give your guys some diversity if you want to, or just go heavy on one side or the other. And before you play with that player, you'll choose whichever loadout you want to use, and you can go from there. You'll play with the player for that game, and say the player didn't really work out how you wanted to, then you can switch on over to different perks and different loadouts and go from there. Now, in the past, in Road to the Show, whenever you played, you can just sit there and go through the season, play the games, and your player's attributes would just raise normally. Now, you can do that as well in this game, and you don't even have to worry about leveling them up in Diamond Dynasty. You can do it in Road to the Show, but they do give you options for both Road to the Show and Diamond Dynasty to level up your ball player in different ways. So like in past MLBs in Diamond Dynasty, we would have programs, and whenever you did a program, you would do certain missions or certain tasks to build up the progress of the program, and that would net you stubs or packs or whatever else it would be, and you would just go through missions to finish up that program. This year's ball player program is going to have missions for both Diamond Dynasty and Road to the Show. So the first one they show is the Contact 1 program. You'll have a bunch of different missions that you can do in Diamond Dynasty or on Road to the Show, like getting hits, walking, getting a bunch of plate appearances, and those will all level up your progress to get to the end of that specific program. Once you get to the end of that program, like let's say Contact 1, you will then go on to Contact 2 and level that one up as well. So it looks like there's going to be a bunch of different things. They're going to be giving you a lot of stubs, a lot of perks, a lot of packs, a lot of equipment. They're just going to be giving you a lot of things to help you out, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun grinding it out. So that was all the big stuff that they talked about, but they also, of course, like with every stream, they showed off a brand new legend. Let me show it to you now. So yes, the brand new legend is the Minnesota Twins Kirby Puckett. We're getting another outfield to go with Grady Sizemore, Roberto Clemente, and I guess Alfonso Soriano, even though Alfonso Soriano can also play second base, which I'm sure there's going to be a second base version of Alfonso Soriano, since that's where they showed him at first. But it's looking like we're getting a lot of offense so far. But before we go, Ramon Russell, the main spokesman of MLB The Show and SDS, did say in an interview, I don't know exactly which interview, but he did say in an interview that within the next few weeks, we will be getting a Legends video, which I'm assuming is going to show off a good amount of Legends. I don't think it's going to be a Legends video that's going to show off one Legend. We're probably going to get like 4, 5, maybe even 6. I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm just speculating. So I will be looking forward to that. And if I have the chance, I'll probably react to it. If not, oh well. But that is going to do it for this week's stream recap. Next week is the week that I am looking forward to probably second most, and that is the franchise and March to October stream. Now, I'm not a big fan of March to October, but I am a huge fan of franchise. They said they revamped it. I hope they did. I want to see franchise get better and better and better, just like Diamond Dynasty has over the past few years. So you know I'll be tuning in and keeping a close eye as to what the heck is being added. So that is where I'm going to wrap it up for this video. If you did like the video and you want to support it, or me by contrast, you can leave a like, you can leave a comment down below talking about what is exciting you, or you can even subscribe and turn on the notification bell. MLB The Show 21 is coming out within the next 3 weeks. It's getting close, and I'm really excited. So, with all that being said, thank you for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next one.